everybody, and welcome to the Danimal Weekly number 37. I am Dan Andrews, also known as the Danimal from thedanimalhouse.com. Today, it's late at night. It's like almost 3 in the morning here, but I was kind of struck by an idea that I'd had for a video, and it's just about, I'm in a class right now. It's like Sociology 356 or something. Basically, the class is Health, Aging, and Society. It's how old people experience the aging process and what it's like to be a part of society in an old age. And since it's a sociology class, we kind of run through some basic sociology or sociological theories and whatnot that are kind of like foundations of the class and what. And so in this class, the lady teaching it, she's an older white woman, tiny little white woman, but it has been blowing my fucking mind, like, how many limiting beliefs and how, like, what a victim mentality the people in this classroom have, because I know that exists, but thankfully I don't interact with it too often, and most of my friends are fairly positive and aspiring individuals that don't feel like they're being oppressed and whatnot. But when I go out into, like, my university setting, particularly this class, these kids and the teacher honestly believe that CEOs and corporations are holding us down and that they're just exploiting us, and we're like these poor enslaved victims of this capitalist structure, and that there's very little we can do about it. But yeah, like, technically we could affect the reality because the reality is socially created, but that we really are the victims of this capitalist society that we live in. And I've been very close, and it will probably happen within these next couple weeks, to just standing up and fucking going on a huge tirade and rant and speech to, like, this entire class because it freaks me out. But, like, if you believe that CEOs and corporations and, like, the capitalist structure is holding us down and exploiting us, let's think about that for a second. Why are CEOs and corporations making money and profitable, and why do they yield any power that they may have? It's because you, the consumer, buy their shit. Now, why do you buy their shit? You probably buy it because you find a lot of value in it. For instance, like Bill Gates, he's rich as fuck because everybody found a whole lot of value in Windows and Microsoft and Xbox now and all this shit. Obviously, he doesn't really own the company anymore. And same thing goes for any other CEO or corporation. Like, they make incredible things. They make Apple, HP, McDonald's. Like, why is McDonald's wealthy and why are there fucking rich-ass CEOs and why is it a huge corporation? Is because everybody loves their shit. Everybody loves McDonald's. Even if you think it's unhealthy as hell, everybody still loves it. Like, it tastes good. Tastes good food. They have amazing locations, and they understand their business, and they provide a great deal of value to people. McDonald's isn't oppressing your ass. They're not making you go buy their McDoubles. Do they advertise? Sure. Do you have free thought? Absolutely. So where's the disconnect there? Why are they oppressing you? Don't you have free choice? It's not their advertising manipulating you into buying their shit. You just get reminded by their advertisements, and maybe you go there. But if you're not completely retarded, you don't just see a commercial and go out and buy that. You know, occasionally it might remind you of something that you've been meaning to buy or that you wanted anyway. But generally, advertisements, in my opinion, aren't all that effective. But that's really, but these people think like that, and they buy into that whole, like, it's the 99% versus the 1%, and they were giving props to the Occupy Wall Street movement. What was really interesting about that is if you saw the Occupy people interviewed, most of them just wanted, like, a free college ride. I remember there's one specifically where the kid, like, wants to go to college for free, and the guy's like, well, I want a Ferrari. And the kid's like, well, you can't have a Ferrari. He's like, well, why should you go to college for free? He's like, well, I think a university education is everything that should be free. It's like, well, fuck, I want a lot of shit to be free. I wish people would give me computers and do all sorts of shit for free, but that's just not how reality works, you know? And I guess that kind of plays into the healthcare. That gets a little bit more into, like, a moral political debate, which is something I am not going to do. But really, like, the truest reality you'll ever begin to understand is that you are completely responsible for your situation. If you're living in a shack and you're addicted to drugs and your life sucks, and it's all because of choices and decisions you made and the beliefs that you have. It's all been your process that has led you to that point. If you're fucking fat, it's because if you look at your conveyor belt, every time you go to Walmart to buy shit, it's got like cookies, mayonnaise, potato chips, bread, pasta, whatever else the fuck, Hershey's bars, Snickers bars, donuts, and fucking gummy bears and gushers and shit. Like, that's what you're eating. That's why you're a fat ass. It wasn't the government that made you fat. It's not because you're poor that you're fat. It's because you're stupid and you don't know how to eat right. That's why you're fat. And it's the same thing if you're poor and not going anywhere in life. It's because you make poor decisions, you don't understand business, you haven't developed a financial consciousness, and it's all your fault, really. It really is. In 99% of all circumstances, it is your fault. I truly believe that we are all responsible for our situations, good or bad. Are there rich people that are really snobby and perhaps corrupt? Yeah, those people exist. Just like, are there poor people that are thieving, poverty-stricken liars that mug people and kill people and shit for money? Yeah, that exists too. I'd hate to break it to you, I've met a whole lot more rich people that tend to be very kind and generous than a lot of poor people that tend to want to fucking mug me. Generally, I find rich people to be more, kinder, more generous, than, proportionally, but, I'm sure there's other people that have skewed the other way. So this is honestly just a rant that, I'm going to have to, talk to my teacher or something in that class, because I cannot handle the idea that these people just think they're all, leaves in the wind, that they have no control over their life, and that just the big bad white Christian middle-aged CEO business owner guy with family is the most evil individual on the planet. It's kind of like that idea of reverse racism. If you hear it, right now in America, a white male with money is the most hated individual by far, and I'm sure if you talk to a lot of minorities, they might not agree with that. And I'm not denying that racism doesn't exist. I think the first way to get rid of it would be stop talking about it and stop believing it. I'm obviously still perpetuating it. I understand that. But you talk, if you really start to think about, the stereotype that is most despised currently, as demonstrated by the Occupy Wall Street movement and all that shit, it is a rich white male. This is by far the most discriminated and hated on against individual for a lot of reasons, which is really peculiar and interesting if you're just looking through history. Wow, this Danimal Weekly has gotten crazy. We've already gone through class warfare and racism and shit, so this is going to be a good one, I'm sure. So this is kind of the precursor to what my rant is going to be in class. But so if you're just one of these individuals, I want you to take a hard look at if you think CEOs and corporations are corrupt and, the 1%ers are holding the little guys down and shit, I want you to take a serious look at where your decisions and the actions in your life have gotten you and where you are in terms of financially and emotionally and all those sorts of things. And I want you to really see if you've always made consistently good decisions and created an environment for you to succeed, or was there, in fact, some evil doer, fucking maniacal dude holding you down, stopping you from achieving your dreams? Because I'll bet you that it wasn't, in fact, that some guy stopped you from chasing your dreams, but you fucking gave up on them. And that's really the reality of the situation, but no one wants to hold and grasp that idea and truly admit to it. So thanks, guys. This is Danimal Weekly number 37. I'll see you all next week. Special edition next week. It's just going to be exciting. I'm going to have a lot of fun next week. It's my 21st birthday coming up here soon. So we're going to do a pretty little interesting Danimal Weekly. I'm also going to start, I know I've been talking about it a little bit, but I'm going to be doing some cigar reviews because a lot of people really like the cigar video. So we're going to have a lot of great stuff. I'm also coaching StarCraft 2 that I'm streaming on Sunday nights between 9 and 11 p.m. Central Time. So if you have any interest in watching me and my college StarCraft League play some games, tune in for that. And I'll see you all next week. Peace out.